experimenting with the new stuff. Nigma just maybe read a couple of good heroes, like how they're gonna pair them up. Introduce Meepo once again. Aghanim Scepter seems really powerful. Not gonna use word broken or OP because we still have to see other stuff in action. Also, don't quote me to anything I say for the next month. I'm probably gonna say a lot of dumb stuff.
Lacoste quotes.txt. Got that ready for you. But yeah, I think Kuroki might be onto something here, though. He played DP Pos 5 even before the patch, but now she had the movement speed increase. She's able to move around the map so much faster, stack camps, get involved in ganks. It's a roaming hero, even though you're not slowing people. It's like pretty damn good.
It's a really good point where you don't rely so much when you're playing Death Prophet as position 5 to like Spirit Siphon. It's not necessarily about that. It's about you being more maneuverable in a team fight, possibly landing a better silence. And you said it, like moving between the camps, stacking those. Let me just read what Clockwork does with the new ability.
Jetpack! He's like StarCraft 2 Reaper. He can jump over cliffs, guys.
Oh, jetpack ability. Yeah, my girlfriend becomes a jetpack. When she sticks
when she's
to
the
me.
Big spoon?
Yeah. That's a jetpack. Rises up
honestly,
and grants flying vision. Like we're getting flying vision back because we got rid of some flying vision. Like Batrider does not have flying vision anymore. Flying movement and 15% move speed, but significantly reduces ability to turn. Last 6 seconds, you're disarmed during the flight, casting hook shot, and this buff. So he's like a ward, right? Doesn't do
go up on high ground.
Yeah. So Clockwork becomes an astronaut.
I guess if you're hunting for people in the trees.
Clockwork is an astronaut, and we will not be working with Clockwork again.
Yeah, they need to give him a new set. Give him some NASA clothing. Maybe some SpaceX clothes. Be real cool.
But Elon Musk is watching us, sponsored DOTA tournament. This is what we all are hoping for.
Jesus Christ. Who would be the Tesla? You're going to give him a Tesla car as well? Give him the whole kit. Earth Spirit Morphling, that's familiar, though.
Yeah.
Seen plenty of that. One of the OG openers that a lot of teams are kind of copying. Put that Morphling into the mid lane. Get that E-Blade going. Earth Spirit able to obviously start initiating early on in the team fights, the laning stage. But it's that Aghanim Scepter from Morph that potentially turn into the double rolling boulders. Unless has something changed?
Not that I'm aware of. Control F. I'll need a new keyboard. My F key already overused. Could be
my F5 key, my F key.
A good Meepo game once again for Nigma. They might need to ban it out against the Morphling root mechanic. You can't move, and if they're looking for something similar, the way they played in the previous game could be the pick.
Yeah, like you E-Blade, you adaptive strike him, and then he digs. He tunnels underground, heals up like 600 HP, and he's like, cool, nice damage, Morphling. I've just completely mitigated all of that.
Is it instant? Does he go like underground instant, or there's a cast time on that?
I think it was like 0.75 cast time.
Okay,
if I remember correctly.
That's okay. What bothers me is that he's not targetable and still heals underground.
Yeah, invulnerable, not targetable, not even like AoE spells can catch him. He is completely untouchable down there. AM, Zeus, Beastmaster, Prophet, some normal bands coming out. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Yeah, look, Morphling didn't get too many changes. Just that Aghanim Shard now gives him multi-shot adaptive strike, pretty much. I reckon we'll see Clockwork with the jetpack.
Probably not. Maybe we'll find the usage to it, but compared to what like other Aghanim's shards are doing, this doesn't feel that great after reading it for the first time.
Yeah. And especially if you compare it to his normal Aghanims, like with overclocking, you'd rather save your money for normal Ags rather than spending the 1400 on the shard. Oh, Viper, mana cost on Nether Toxin scaled to 85 mana, rather than going from 70 through 100 across the levels. And a talent change. Silence Nether Toxin changed to not Nether Toxin cooldown reduced by 11 seconds.
Nether Toxin bashes.
Nether Toxin bashes, yeah. What's his shard? Poison attacks now also lower armor by 1.5 per stack, increases max stacks by 2. That seems pretty insane. 1,400 gold, and poison attack is reducing your ability to deal with magic damage and physical damage.
Sounds good. I still feel, we're not going to see those straight away. At least for the next couple of days, people will go for the standard item build, maybe throw in something new. I mean, we still have to sleep on, see how things are going to work out, play a couple of pubs, get the feeling what's good, what's not.
Omni Knight ban. I think the biggest change for Omni Knight was they changed Heavenly Grace from like 12-second duration to 10. So it was a bit of a hit to Heavenly Grace, yeah. Hammer of Purity, though, his shard ability, grants Hammer of Purity auto-attack ability for Omni Knight, causes your next attack to deal bonus pure damage equal to 25 plus 150% of your base damage. You are healed for the amount of damage dealt, smiting people with a big old hammer.
As long as not listening,
right click on me.
You were saying, I'm just, Vengeful Spirit. Let's check what she's doing. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of text.
Oh, really? Start reading it, buddy.
Base intelligence increased. Vengeance Aura no longer increases attack range or primary attribute. Vengeance Aura no longer has illusion death mechanics. So I don't know what it does. Nether Swap no longer has charges. What does it even do?
What does it do? What? So it doesn't increase attack range or attribute. Doesn't make an illusion.
Okay, Vengeance Aura now increases base attack damage. So we're back to the old Venge. 32% on level 4. That's insane. This might be better, actually.
Oh, shit. That's pretty damn sick when you've got these, base attack heroes like Terrorblade, for example, with Vengeful Spirit. It's going to be absolutely monstrous. Actually, if I'm Alliance, I'd be super scared of a Terrorblade being picked up right now.
Why is that, Gary? You can be the analyst.
I mean, percentage-based, it increases your base attack damage, right? And TV and Metamorphosis, he's got, 200 base attack, plus 30% of that is a lot of damage. Ooh, Jackie boy. What's the old twin-headed dragon got going for him? Jackiro. Oh, it's Medusa. No, I wanted Terrorblade.
So, Medusa, the only change that we talked about was level 25 talent, which, is significant. 800 mana, changed to 75 intelligence, so Nyx Assassin can destroy her. And there's Aghanim Shard ability, grants Cold-Blooded passive. When you're targeted with a spell, a single target Mystic Snake is sent back towards the enemy. 12-second cooldown.
Jakiro, Aghanim Shard, Liquid Frost. So he's got Liquid Fire, Liquid Frost, auto-cast attack ability, causes your Ice Head to release a frost-based attack, slowing enemies by 30% and dealing 20 plus 2.5% max health as damage, cooldown 12 seconds.
Percentage-based damage coming up from the Ice Head?
Yep.
Nice. And what about the Fire Head?
That's still normal Liquid Fire.
Okay. I mean, Medusa Shard looks pretty good, because whenever someone uses a spell on you, well, not whenever, it's a 12-second cooldown, but you still get the snake. And I'm not sure if the snake bounces, because in the video provided by Valve is just one hero. This could be really good potential where they target you and you still get the mana back, potentially. I mean, we'll probably just see the standard stuff.
I guess one thing we haven't really talked about, and I honestly hadn't considered until now, all of these Aghanim Shards, thinking about late game, right? Where you're a 6-slotted hero, you've bought Moon Shard, you've got Aghanims, having another way for this power creep to build up. You've got the ability to keep on scaling just that little bit more. Late game hero is going to become even more viable with these shards coming through if you can extend the game for that long.
And it could be a good turning point in the games where you're they're going for high ground push. They might be able to end the game. I do not have a buyback. I'll just invest 1,400 gold into this ability and get Get the hell out of here. Clockwork with the jetpack. Screw you guys, I'm out.
I'm flying home. Right, what do Nigma need here? Because they've got Medusa for Miracle, DP I guess is Wii's hero, and then Clockvenge probably your GH and your Kuro. So an MC last pick. There's still tons left. Mars, Slardar, Tidehunter. Plenty of options.
Can you dodge spells with jetpack? Like, there's an arrow, you're like,
Yeah.
Can it go back down?
That's really clever, actually, right? Because Mars ulti, you can still fly over it, right?
Yeah.
Like flying over arena. Oh, last pick Slardar again for mind control. He's still like, give me that hero. It's very good.
I mean, they will have to bring down the dragon somehow, and if Clockwork gets the jetpack, like he can fly and kill both of these dragons.
Bring them down from the sky. The Tin Man with a battle plan. Gonna be removing dragons from the game one by one.
Yeah, this is looking like a really scary lineup. Sorry, Gary. From Nigma. Slardar minus armor, Vengeful Spirit amplifying the damage. So Aura now gives, did you say 32% damage? It's something that the old Vengeful Spirit, I think, Aura was. And like there's a huge, like you said it, like a couple of games ago, Dead Prophet plus a Slardar combination plus Wave of Terror. Just looks really, really good. Oh, the Vac into Jakiro's Ice Bat combination and the Earth Spirit combined with the Darkseer. Not sure how much pressure they can put on Miracle's Medusa. And this time around, it's Dead Prophet mid lane against Limp Viper. Alrighty.
Going to be a spicy one. Darkseer, Iron Shell radius increase, a little bit boring there. Scepter, Aghanim Scepter. Iron Shell has 2 charges, increases duration by 20, provides 350 HP. But his Aghanim Shard ability is called Normal Punch. Not Walrus Punch or any other kind of punch.
Yeah.
It is a normal punch on Darkseer. Passive cooldown attack. Your next attack on a hero knocks an illusion out of them and stuns them for up to 2 seconds, knocks them back for 350 distance, deals 250 damage based on how far you've moved in the past 3 seconds.
That's imbalance for 1400 gold. That's like
what the hell is
Aghanim
this?
Scepter. Stuns for 2 seconds, knocks them back,
you punch
creates the illusion.
You punch Dusa, you're doing damage, pushing her back, creating an illusion of her.
Stunning. Compared to Clockwork's jetpack, where he's just flying. That's it. That's his ability.
There's so much text in that new ability. How can they call it normal punch? That's anything but normal. It's abnormal. It's weird. It's insane. Game 3, though, here. Also pretty insane. Nigma up against Alliance. Lower bracket for the OGA Dota Pit here for Europe and CIS. Game 3 in its best of 3. And it's all down to the line to see who goes to the lower bracket final to face off against Na'Vi. As we've got ourselves DP for Wii, Mind Control and the Slardar, Kuroki Venge, Miracle Medusa, GH Clockwork on that dire side. And Radiant for Alliance, Hansken playing the Earth Spirit once more. S4 Darkseer with a mid-Limp Viper, like you mentioned, Jakiro for FNG, and Morphling, Nico Baby, the special.
Man, this ability from Darkseer's kind of sounds insanely good.
First item shard? Question mark?
Aghanim's shard. This reminds me of Aghanim's Blessing when it was a neutral item. That you could just give it to the... Did it have 1 or 2 charges? And then, like, Luna takes it, creates one big ulti, you win a team fight, change the whole game, take the Roshan. Seems pretty imbalanced.
Pretty fun as well.
Yeah, compared to what, others have, this feels really, really good. Like, the Tinker one is the one that caught my eye.
Well, this nighttime that we've been talking about before the creeps spawn, S4 was standing on top of the cliff top, and he barely managed to see Nigma as they were coming up towards him, and he's actually still going to get stunned up and caught here. Magic Missile into the Battery Assault, GH with some really beautiful body blocks, and S4's down to the Mystic Snake of Miracle.
They planted the Observer Ward on the high ground just to get that kill. Also, I've seen some heroes having increased night vision, can't remember which one, but yeah, we're messing with that as well.
Yeah, when you start brushing up on those numbers, because they changed a bunch of them in like 7.00, where they kind of managed the night vision and kind of balanced things around. Because we used to have Slark, Luna, Batrider all had different day and night vision ranges. Well, that mid lane not looking too good for the DP, but top lane they roll in. Double Iron Shell from Hansken and S4. Miracle being destroyed there, but a good magic missile from Kuro will stop them in their tracks for a second. And then, yeah, peeking back into the mid lane, Viper against DP. It's going to be a rough one for Wii.
And there's going to be a ton of harassment coming out on Wii. You don't slow them anymore with the Spirit Siphon, but the good thing is your base movement speed got increased by 20, if I remember. So, if you're not using Siphon, it's much easier to run away from Viper.
You are a little bit speedier there. Down bottom, GH playing forward into FNG as the wave dragged back. Will be there for mind control, so some good damage from the Clockwork. Not really kill threat on FNG, but maybe next time around. And then up at top, Hansken also doing a similar thing, trying to get his level 2 here off of this creep wave. And Kuro there to contest it.
Do you think we're gonna see the Aghanim's shard from Darkseer? Like, it
Hell
sounds
yeah.
really good.
I
Like
genuinely think that's why they picked him.
But you need to have, like, how are you gonna get in? You need to close the gap. And what's the cooldown on it again?
God knows.
14 seconds.
How long does the illusion last?
It doesn't
Illusion
say.
lasts 5 seconds.
5 seconds, okay.
Right down at the bottom. Oh, Courier snipe by Kuro. Nicely played. He's going to TP himself all the way back to Fountain, though, leaving the Medusa alone there. While Earth Spirit, Hansken, lurking behind that Dire Tier 1, aiming for the roll. And we got to be careful with his positioning here. If he gets clipped by, just one poison attack, he's going to get
There's
rolled
a roll.
upon. Well-timed. Hansken in onto the Death Prophet, and a pretty simple takedown as Limp will grab it. GH's rotation. It's decently timed, but I just don't believe there was anything he could actually do.
Yeah, GH, I wouldn't say late, because it's much easier for Earth Spirit to just initiate. Even if GH is there, Dead Prophet still dies. Maybe they get a return kill on the Earth Spirit who was under the tower. How's Slardar doing on the bottom?
Alright.
Alrighty, nothing too special. Morphling, of course, is gonna have a better time.
It does feel, though, that laning stage has to go pretty well for Alliance. And with that Viper, Earth Spirit, Jakiro, especially when you're up against Avenged Medusa, who scale into that real heavy timing at like 35 minutes.
I'm just thinking,
what
did you check the Morph's shard, where it has Adaptive Strike to have +1 multi-shot and removes the 3-second shared cooldown between the two different abilities and prioritizes heroes. So this is something that OG is gonna like if they keep making 2 E-Blades mid lane, break, we dead again.
And GH, no way he can actually keep going. Might die himself, but thankfully has Kuroki to back him up with the missile. And yeah, we knew he was going to have a real rough time in that mid lane against Limp's Viper. 4-minute rune coming. Roll forward from Hansken to try and secure bottom, but it's a top. Oh, Hansken's going to get a kill, actually. GH saved again by the captain, Kuro. Bails the Clockwork out of danger. But Limp is invis in this mid lane now, and he's going straight towards Kuroki, knowing there's no spells remaining on the bench.
One more hit,
her down,
5
and
stack
there
charges.
it is.
Yeah, Viper just completely dominating. Will be level 6 pretty shortly, and then, oh man, that Prophet, she's level 4 only. Those Earth Spirit rotations kind of making her game hard.
We seems to get a lot of this. I feel like Nigma have to start banning Earth Spirit, because we just keeps getting it picked against him when he's playing Storm, Shadow Fiend, DP, and there just really is no way to escape. But it does kind of move the focus away from Miracle's Medusa. She's up there, top 2 of the CS, doing very well for herself. And that's the scaling hero that you do want to have a good time farming away. Limp's going to refill his bottle with one
Miracle
of those early
top lane,
bounties.
double Iron
dear.
Shell.
Roll forward from Hansken, and well, GH is here now, and it will be enough to hold Alliance back, trap him in the cogs, and Hansken in trouble. Wave of Terror, the final touch from Kuro. grabs them a kill. That aggression turned on its head.
For those who are tuning in, this is the elimination game, so one of the reasons why teams are not experimenting too much, you know, they might pick the same stuff, don't want to go too hard. They also don't expect the enemy team, you know, to just know the whole patch, what's going to happen, like what's the imbalance stuff. But yeah, One Punch Man from Darkseer could work out.
DP actually had a pretty big stack for her. So net worth wise, she's caught up a decent amount. Still 1,000 behind the Viper, of course, but nowhere near as bad as it was a few minutes ago. Why do we have so many heroes mid lane, Lacoste? What the heck is happening? Earth Spirit, Viper, DP, Venge, Clockwork. I mean, Slardar is also pretty nearby as well.
Good question, Gary. I don't have the answer. Everyone's just farming. I mean, Medusa has a ton of farm. I'm switching to net worth. Yeah, she's on top of the net worth. And going for the old stuff, old patch stuff, where she gets power treads, double raid band, a wand, and has a dragon lance queued up. Will fall back to the jungle. So someone needs to collect the XP top. And here comes Kuro, who's only level 2.
Try and soak some of that up. Tiny little stack stolen away by Limp in that mid lane, while Hansken going to be guarding on that dire triangle high ground. Completely free time for Nico Baby still. Getting himself a good amount of farm. 3k net worth so far with his double Wraith Bands all ready and raring to go for a potential play onto Mind Control. No boots on Slardar. Raindrops, Bracer, Fairy Fire and Wand. He's a tanky old fella, this Slardar, isn't he? Tries to get the crush, but the roll is there, and Hansken keeps it going. Now the crush lands, but Nico Baby dodges. With a nice waveform, the final Fairy Fire, though, dodges the damage and makes sure that Slardar survives.
Very tanky indeed, but look at the Medusa. Like, she just cleared, like, 5 stacks. And will be level 8, so split shot maxed out, then farming becomes much easier. Chipped West. What is that again?
Plus the Baby Blade Mail.
Oh, the Baby Blade. Well, it's a really good item on Medusa. Because she can tank a lot, and that means more hits on Medusa because of the mana shield. Yeah. And it's also HP regen, which makes her life in the jungle very, very good.
Sure does. S4. Gonna have to run away here from both of the supports of Nigma. He'll now spot GH, but he's been sandwiched in. Trying to wait for the surge until the cogs, but it looks like they don't really need to wait. They've just got the damage, the raw power to burst through him. Roll into mid, though. We getting caught again. Viper can't close the gap fast enough, and Exorcism with a silence. Turning around onto Hansken, down goes your Earth Spirit. There's the tip. Statement of intent. Gank me again, I bloody dare you.
That was a lot of damage on the Earth Spirit. Do we see any new items? Like, everyone's just going for pretty standard stuff. Limp. Oh man, Limp is level 9, 8 minutes in. He found something. Possessed Mask. What is that?
+7 primary attribute. Heals the attacker. Passive lifesteal for 7% of attack damage dealt. Oh, top lane, S4 again. This support duo from Nigma, straight on this Darkseer, every step of the way, but he finally breaks free of that Clockwork cage.
Possessed Mask, that's a really good item on Morph this game. Like, he gets more edgy, he gets some lifesteal, he already has a Morbid Mask. I mean, if you find that item, you don't necessarily need to get Morbid Mask.
Yeah, don't have to waste the money on it. Again into this mid lane, though. It looks like GH Clockwork just bodyguarding, playing that front line to make sure that Miracle and we don't have a rough time, and they can keep the Medusa farming freely in the jungle. As Limp's Viper. Rod of Atos, is that completely done now?
It's done, yeah. Courier is flying, so it's going to be much easier to set things up, especially the roll from the Earth Spirit. We'll see if they manage to actually go and make a play with it. Because S4 Darkseer spots out the Clockwork around the Bounty Rune times. And there's GH trapped inside. Another Toxin with all the damage. And a dominating streak for Limp's Viper now.
But it feels like it's all delay tactics. This is Nigma through and through, making sure that Miracle is the be-all and end-all, that super cataclysmic late-game carry on this Medusa.
Yeah, we've seen this kind of a same style that Nigma played against Viking a couple of days ago, where they were losing the laning stage pretty hard, and Miracle's Medusa really delivered. Clockwork only level 5.
They dropped the wall on them. S4 and FNG trying to battle into Kuroki, and they've got Iron Shells doing a decent amount of damage, but FNG's got to get more spells out as their Rod of Atos trap up the clock. The TP from Wii comes through, and Kuroki does die to the damage over time, while GH barely surviving, and Wii with the Exo wants to turn onto S4. GH is sprinting away now as the Viper Strike hits into the DP, turns with the Spirit Siphon again, but a TP home, Limp trying to retreat successfully. Gets himself out of there as Alliance all fall back to Fountain.
One thing that did not get nerfed in this patch is just TP out ability if they don't have stuns. So looking really good, I would say, for Nigma, even though the game is pretty even at the moment. Like Medusa's farming really good. The kickback, ooh, didn't get it.
Gave it a good shot though. GH, he was level 5, so close to level 6 in that top gank. Like maybe if he had hookshot there, they could catch one of the TPing targets out. But he does have hookshot now. A big old orange line drawn by FNG saying, go triangle. Find Medusa. Stop Miracle from farming. They don't have any earn charges, though.
Yeah. One thing that Vengeful Spirit does not have anymore are charges on the swap. So there's only one swap available, and you don't get the illusion once you die. So that's kind of a bummer. But you have the base damage bonus instead of the range and instead of the attributes.
And you got a fluffy hat. What's Kuroki going to buy with this, actually?
Possessed Blade? I don't know. Falcon Blade? Whoa.
Falcon Blade? Doesn't look particularly good on Avenge Pos 5, though.
Holy Locket seems interesting. Because you get charges, right, every 15 seconds.
Just passively?
Yeah, passively, so you will always have that. Yeah, Holy Locket finally sounds like a good item, and it amplifies the heal by 35%. That's
They've
pretty
caught
big.
Miracle up, but the Stone Gaze, in comes the Morphling though, cancels the TP, and Miracle, he's being shredded. Finally found as he pops the wand and does tumble down. Alliance, they brought pretty much everybody into the triangle. That FNG line draw and the movement in followed to a T.
So, Venge queues up. I mean, it's a position 5 Venge, but might get it eventually. The Aghanim Scepter upgrade, where she gets 100% damage and can cast all of her spells. Oh, and XP earned by the illusion is given. That's insane.
Huh.
That's so good.
When you're dead, you're actually alive. Kuroki tries to get away from the roll, but it's well placed by Hansken. Straight onto the Vengeful Spirit, a hook shot. Fake pumped, misses.
Between
GH shouldn't have hesitated. Ice Path comes out, and Hansken is still going to get taken down by Wii. A 1-for-1 trade. Nigma probably going to be reasonably happy with how that all went out.
This new Aghanims on Venge sounds great. Like, we might see some core Venge where you actually get to play the game even after you die, and if you win a team fight you get the old XP back. Nice.
Seems pretty good.
It seems underrated. I can't believe no one bought it in this patch. Like, we need to see more of that.
0% pick rate. It's a tragedy. S4, come on. Yes, you got Bottle, Soul Ring, Mech. That's all cool. We want the Aghanim Shard. Mid lane, GH. Oh man, look at all that. Nether Toxin, the fire. All on top of his head. Melts him to pieces.
That's man. Veil already done by Jakiro, and Viper reducing your magical resistance, keeping you with the Rod of Atos inside, plus Earth Spirit. That's quite a lot of magical damage. How's Mind Control doing? Getting very close to his Blink Dagger?
Exo silence. They've caught the Morphling. pre-attribute shift. Hansken's trying to do something in the midst of this all. The Nether Toxin dropped onto Kuro with the roll and a
Big
vacuum
wall.
back in. Great from S4. GH is there with a hook shot forward. Limp is trapped and stuck inside. An ultra kill comes through from Wii. Give him the rampage, baby. Hansken dropping and down he goes. Nigma strike back with a gorgeous initiation from Wii's
There's
DP.
the buyback from FNG.
Double rampage, give it to him. Come on, FNG. The tips come out. Oh, Wii doesn't want to commit so far.
Not sure what the plan was. Maybe the hotkeys were messed up after the patch. First official rampage of the new patch belongs to Wii.
A well-deserved one as well. OGH toying with FNG. Raindrops get popped out. And Earth Spirit's also making his move over here. Bounty rune stolen, the roll not quite on the mark. Still has the kick and another roll forward to take GH down.
I mean, we can talk about new items, how good they are, but BKB is always going to be a BKB. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but...
It's going to make you shiny and a golden god.
Yeah, there was no changes to Black King Bar. Nope. Not that I can find.
Think back to the days where you could sell it, buy a new 10-second one. The days where you then couldn't sell it and you had to keep it in your inventory for a while. It's had a few changes through its history, but now it seems pretty stuck in its ways. Slaughter. Catapult wave bottom. Blink dagger ready. Glyphing up the Dire side to defend their top tower and push the bottom one at the same time. And Miracle's Medusa closing in on that 9,000 net worth. Manta style. Very nearly done, and then Skadi's queued up straight afterwards.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
There's not gonna be a defense on tier 1 tower on bottom. Dead Prophet with that rampage. Getting closer to BKB, has a Yule Scepter power threads. Extremely farmed at the moment, and Medusa just keeps farming the jungle. Pretty standard stuff, you know, Dragonlance, Manta style, into Skadi. Makes a lot of sense against the Morphling, against 3 range heroes to slow them down. Let me just check if anything changed for Skadi. I have Skadi health reduced by 25 and mana reduced by 50. Yeah, nothing too significant.
S4's making me sad. The cost?
No Aghanim Shard?
No shard.
Okay.
He's got Vlad's queued up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, I guess he's going to go the standard. Darkseer, spam out these auras, make his team tanky, and build things up around the Morphling, who is that real key position 1 hero here for Nico, baby. Smoke from Nigma.
Misclicked, sorry.
Kuro tipped FNG. That's a first.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Hook shot. Beautiful line there. Angled in onto Limp. Trapped in the cogs, and Miracle comes with a stone gaze, but the wall's dropped. It's pretty decent for S4, but do they have the sustain? They've already burst through the Viper, and now FNG with Macro Fire burning through, but FNG and S4, they're both falling down, and we with Miracle taking them all out.
They can go
4
inside the
heroes
Roche
gone.
Pit right away. Like there's
Christmas
still
presents here.
1/3 of Exorcism running. With the Corrosive Haze, should be enough to bring it down, plus Wave of Terror. Let's check Medusa, how much damage she gets. Oh man, click on Vengeance Aura. It's not updated. Providing plus primary attribute and plus attack range. That's false.
Fake news. Absolutely not true. Well, tooltips are always the last thing to get updated. They'll be fixed eventually.
Sisters 3 once more.
And meanwhile, in Nico Babyland, farming that bottom lane as the rest of his team all got dissolved by Nigma in that very, very fast, aggressive run into the Roche Pit. Not going for that E-Blade build, going for much more of the right-click, stand and fight you build. I guess that's more apt up against the Medusa as Hansken rolls in to the midst of them all. Hook shot comes, the Blink Crush cancelled by Silence as DP is actually Morphling in disguise. Nico baby waveforms away while Hansken yulesed up at the last second. So we, godlike on the Death Prophet.
They're still not done. Kuro chasing, trying to get a swap.
His top tower is under attack.
Good silence again from Nico Baby, though. Doesn't have that DP mode again, while S4 has also TP'd down here. Alliance may be considering a fight, but Limp doesn't want any part of it. And they jump with mind control onto Nico Baby. Attribute shift is going, so the tanky Morphling will waveform off to the west. Still giving chase with a swap into silence, stunning him up, and Morphling, with no waveform, only one charge, is forcing the Stone Gaze, but down he goes. S4 is being shredded now by Wee's DP, and Nigma on a roll. Storming towards victory in this series is Alliance, just don't have a response.
That profit against Morphling is insane. The Spirit Siphon, max HP as damage, especially when he starts turning everything into strength, just completely destroys him. Viper, Road of Atos and Clock.
Clockwork is a free kill, and sure, GH dies. Lotus Orb's there from Limp, but mind control, the All Scepter will set up for another crush, and in we go, Limp down. Nigma striking once more.
Yeah, this feels like the same as game number 1, where Alliance looked really good in the laning stage. Like Limp was dominating on the Underlord in the previous one, now in Viper, but they just, you know, cannot match the team fight that Nigma has. Nico Baby's in. He might need to be out.
They are just steamrolling over these Alliance heroes. That's just an Imp Claw lying on the floor there. Miracle will take up the DD rune, and they swap Nico Baby in. Quick waveform back to safety. Sprinting away.
So for tier 2 items, we have Imp Claw that got buffed. Cooldown reduced from 8 to 7 seconds. Essence Ring health reduced by 25. Vampire Fangs removed. Clumsy Net removed, which means cycled out. Then we have this Bull Whip that slows them down or gives movement speed to the allies, plus HP regen and mana regen. So that's kind of, you know, substitute to Clumsy Net. And we have Quicksilver Amulet, which is... I'll wait with that. Let's see. Earth Spirit rolling in.
They're trying to catch. Hanskin's got to walk it out, though. Getting the Rod of Atos onto the Medusa is one thing. Killing her off and complete other as she stone gazes. Stands her ground, has the backup of Wii here. Alliance, very afraid of this Medusa with Aegis. And we are charging behind that tier 1 tower with Kuroki arriving, giving vision with a wave of terror. Medusa still going, magnetized up and back in. But mind control's there with a blink crush. Hanskin dropping low. Kuroki trying to bail away from this now as well, because Alliance have held their ground. One hero is all that Nigma will get right now. Nico Baby turns into Vengeful Spirit, throws a wave. Swapped back in and waveforms out. Blink crush though, crush. Mind control, perfect initiation, a double kill for Miracle as Nico Baby out of spells. What can he do? Strength, Adaptive Strike, kill off GH in the cogs, but Nigma got what they came for. A decent fight, holding on to Aegis on Miracle and forcing Alliance to group up.
Aegis will be reclaimed in 30 seconds. That's a full Scotty. Medusa has Rapier and Quick Buy. Maybe he doesn't need to go for it, like fully commit. We'll see. You know, might be just a second Roche when he decides to get that Rapier. He can farm it in the next like 3-4 minutes.
Just a couple of minutes for Rapier. No big deal. Roshan gone in 5 seconds. Smoke from Alliance. They know this Aegis timing. Miracle's sitting half HP. Hanskin needs the vision to start the roll. Aegis reclaimed, so Miracle heals back to full. Alliance gets spotted. Hanskin rolls towards mind control, gets the catch onto him, but Miracle's there with a stone gaze. Wee will arrive, and that roll in has just put him to death. Wee is beyond godlike. 12, 2, and 6 after a couple of very early deaths in the laning stage has recovered tremendously.
Yeah, he had a rough one, and now he's second on the net worth list. Can't really match up against Medusa. And tier 2 should fall on the bottom. Like, Alliance is playing very passive right now. They don't have the clear answer for Medusa. Nico Baby, Manta style, working towards the Scotty.
And he gets back up to top lane to keep the farm going. But the high ground push could potentially be coming with that level 3 Exorcism on Wii. Pops it. breaches the staircase. Tier 3 tower, the onslaught begins. Spells being thrown out by Alliance. Ice Path, Nether Toxin, S4 also trying to get into position for a good vac wall. But the tier 3's down. Rodovatos roll in from Hanskin. They grab up the Medusa with a vacuum, but they catch Limp in return. We with a good burst of damage there, and Limp being destroyed by the ghosts. The Poltergeist have slain the Viper, and Nigma don't lose a single soul. Mind Control will finally fall. Nico Baby does get into the back, looking for GH, but you're right, the Medusa inside the Nether Toxin still, and Nico Baby not going to be able to close the gap there. The Magic Missile and the swap saving Dusa for now. Nico Baby wants in though. Pushed back by the Cogs, they turn and fight the Morphling, but Hanskin with a buyback, they get the Medusa down at long last. Alliance fighting back, and Nigma not able to break through that base as they would have liked. Nico Baby with a double kill.
Yeah, these two buybacks, they managed to take a real good fight, but at what cost? Roche may respawn in 50 seconds. You can see Clockwork scouting things out in the Roche pit. Let's see what the Medusa has queued up. Alright, still a Rapier. If she picks up Aegis, she can go for Rapier, but this fight showed that she can still die, so if she does not have Aegis, I think it's very risky to just go for that Rapier. Also, damage got reduced by 30 on Rapier.
That's a pretty big change. Courier in the pit for GH. Scouting out for the big man to return to his cave. S4 going for Greaves. Still no Aghanim's Blessing, Shard, whatever you want to call it. And Nico Baby going back for E-Blade now.
Yeah, with the E-Blade, he will have that, you know, ability to just burst someone, possibly Vengeful Spirit. She's still working towards that Aghanim Scepter. 2,000 gold away.
It becomes a waiting game for Roshan, which is up in 40 seconds. Alliance trying to secure a bit of control on that top portion of the map. They can't grab the outpost because tier 2 is still standing up there. And mid lane being shoved in by Nigma. As Alliance smoke everybody but Nico Baby.
Dire are scanning.
Morphling sitting on 2,500 HP. Still shifted, you know, a decent amount into that strength. Rodovatos start. Another Toxin comes out from Limp. That's a bit irritating for the Medusa, but she's not too bothered by it.
Yeah, because Vengeful Spirit Aura does not provide attack range anymore. She can't hit the tower without being hit by the tower.
Good point. And Telescope now being a tier 4 item means we've got to wait much, much longer for it.
Oh yeah, Medusa holding on to Quicksilver Amulet. Move speed, attack animation speed, and attack projectile speed.
Huh.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And it grants you bonus. Whoa, I'll hold on to that thought. They're inside.
They want to make a move. Ice Path misses. Hookshot doesn't though. In they go with the two-man cogs. Beautiful Blink Crush in from Mind Control. They slay S4. No back wall. Darkseer buys back, but they've lost Limp and he's died back. No return to the fight for him. Three heroes in quick succession and straight back in they go.
That was such a big play from Clockwork. He goes in, uses cogs, but does not block any of the teammates. Like, he could have easily blocked the whole ramp. Oh, nice swap into
And now
Crush.
they jump again. They get the back wall down, but FNG's been burst. Down he goes, 6 feet under. We still chasing forward to the fresh BKB and Hanskin slain, while Nico Baby yes kills GH. But S4's buyback is going to come to absolutely sod all as a triple kill for We puts him at 19-2-8. One hero remains on the map for Alliance. It is Nico Baby's Morphling, and he just has to saunter his way up the top and say, well, I guess I'm going to farm, guys.
They're not going inside the pit.
They got Aegis already.
Oh, you're right, Gary. You're actually correct. When did that happen? I was just watching Nico Baby farm on the top lane. So
Me
yeah,
too.
Medusa very close to that Rapier. Cheese held by that Prophet. So very hard to burst her down. BKB
I have the same
will be up
thought,
in
man.
20.
I think when S4 was dying, Miracle must have been just in the pit killing Roshan or something. Because I looked at the pit thinking, hang on, when did that happen?
Radiant's bottom barracks.
But Elena Barracks bottom for Nigma.
Radiant's
Starting to put this game out of contention for Alliance.
Radiant's
Where is that Darkseer normal punch? I'm desperate for it.
I don't think it's gonna make any difference, but definitely would love to see it.
A 5-second duration illusion of Medusa. Probably not going to do anything. And now the net closing in around Alliance. Top tier 2. Not easy to push. Yeah, they're pinging out that top wave. GH needs to clear through a couple of those incoming creep
Paladin
waves.
Sword. That's a great pickup by Medusa. And also this quick silver amulet grants you bonus move speed and attack speed anytime one of your abilities are on cooldown. That's pretty sick. I don't know, does it stack? Like if you have 2 abilities on the cooldown, is that 10% move speed and 30 attack speed?
Radiant's
I hope
top
not.
tower is under attack.
Because that doesn't sound like a tier 2 item.
I've got no idea, Lacoste. You know what? It's a very good question, though. Well, tier 2 up at top lane is being plinked away at by the Medusa. Slowly but surely, it is dropping in HP.
Radiant's top tower is under
Rapier, of course, going to work. Through that backdoor regen. Enchanted Quiver. Ooh, Cloak of Flames. +5 armor, 10% magic resist. Passive. Burns enemy units for 45 damage per second in a 400 radius. Morphling has Immolation. He's got a Flame Guard.
Let me see that. He doesn't have it anymore. Where's that item? Sounds really cool.
Structures are fortified.
Probably back in the store.
That item is so cool that the Enchanted Quiver is instantly picked up by Morph instead.
He doesn't want new items. He wants the quiver.
Well, I lied when I said that Medusa does not have enough attack range to outrange the tower without Vengeful
sure
Spirit
does.
Aura. She does.
Roll in, trying to catch the Medusa, but the hook shot again is perfect from GH, pushing them back with the cogs and the second hook shot landing. They've caught them up, and Nico Baby's been bursted down instantly. Buys back as the Morphling tries to return to battle, but they've got this Rapier, Aegis, Medusa that's shredding through every single one of Alliance. Medusa
Cheese is ready.
needs to save up We Are, but you're right, there's still the cheese here on Wee's DP. Pops it back to half HP, and Morphling spinning around. I don't know what's going on there, but he's surged up and trying to get back to his tier 4s to clear
that's
through
a
the
big
godlike
kill.
streak of Wii. The racks are still standing.
He expected to heal up more, but had a Scotty effect on him, so did not fully heal from that cheese.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Still Rapier on Medusa, a bit low on mana, only 500 at the moment. Might need to fall back. Let me see the new items. I saw Witchblade. Kind of fits the lore for Dead Prophet. Attack speed and Witchblade, yeah.
Which blade is that?
The Witchblade on Dead Prophet.
What does it do, Lacoste?
Projectile speed. Oh, it seems like we're gonna be buffing out some projectile speed with the neutral items. That's actually a real item. I'm dumb. Causes
it's
your
not
next
neutral.
attack to apply a poison for 3 seconds, slowing by 25% and dealing 1 time of your intelligence as damage every second.
Interesting. What was it? Blitz Knuckles, Robe of the Magi, Chainmail, and a recipe. I saw another neutral item drop. I can't remember what the hell it was called. What was that? Dire Team. What did you just get? Ceremonial Robe. Plus 350 mana. Sick for Medusa. Lowers enemy status resistance by 10%. And oh, hello. Roll on in. Hansken initiating, trying to catch out Miracle.
Oh, Aegis
They
timing.
lose the Aegis, but Miracle Stonegaze is backed into that wall, but S4 falls, and a double kill for Miracle as he stands high, tall, on this high ground. Nico Baby waveforms forward, but he's losing his HP at a drastic rate, and a triple for this Medusa of Miracle. Well, Nico Baby has to turn tail and run. He's cowering and hiding inside his Ghost Scepter, but he's pushed back by the cogs and stunned with a magic missile. Nico Baby's down,
That's
and Miracle
it, I
with an
believe.
ultra kill.
With the Rapier, they can just run down the mid lane and try to end this game. There's no buyback on Morphling for almost 2 full minutes. They have more than enough damage. GG is called. Yeah, Alliance once again with a very good start. First 10 minutes of the game, then kind of falling off.
Nigma showing everybody that this patch is theirs. first victory in its best of 3, 2-1 over Alliance, and meeting up against Na'Vi tomorrow in that lower bracket final. Medusa Venge, still viable, Lacoste.
Yes,
even
it
after
is.
a patch.
I mean, we didn't change things too much, I would say. We got some new items, some new neutral items, no XP, no gold changes, no map changes, like no changes to Roshan. So it's going to be interesting. Like, we have new abilities on the heroes. But we'll have to see, how things are going to work out. Probably a lot of those are going to get nerfed first. Like, we're going to nerf things out, and then we're going to buff them, see who's going to be unused.
Absolutely. And only one day remains now of Dota Pit here, as the lower bracket final and grand final come up tomorrow. 1437 and Nomad will be taking you through that lower bracket final, with Nigma up against Na'Vi, and then the victors of that face off against OG in the best of 5 grand final waiting for them at the end, so we can crown a winner on the first tournament of this new patch.